Hey friends, welcome back to the Homeowner Hotline, the show where we talk real estate the way it actually happens. Not the HGTV version or the Zillow fantasy, but the real, sometimes chaotic, sometimes hilarious truth. I'm your host, Yhotzmine Fields.
And I'm Jennifer Schotte, and today we are officially throwing professionalism out the window just a little bit.
Just a small bit. Because today we're diving into Reddit's weirdest real estate stories. And when I say weird, I mean, how is this legal? Why are people like this? And I would have walked straight back to my car.
Yeah, these are real stories, real buyers, real sellers, real agents, and honestly, some real red flags.
We have a couple of our own to share aside from Reddit as well.
And some real laughs
to
go along the way.
So if you're listening while house hunting, just know that if anything we say today happens to you, please call an agent immediately.
Yeah. Gonna be some issues. So let's get into this first segment from some Reddit stories. The house isn't empty.
Yeah, let's start with the most common Reddit horror story of all time. Buyers show up for their final walkthrough and the seller is still there.
They're not like finishing up. They're not grabbing the last box, They're still fully living within the home.
Could you imagine?
No.
One buyer said the seller was asleep in the primary bedroom, like pajamas, alarm clock, REM cycle, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that is not a walkthrough. That is trespassing with consent.
Another seller told buyers they were emotionally transitioning and just needed a few more days.
Yeah, emotionally transitioning is not a clause in the contract.
I would say not. And girl, my favorite, seller asked for a rent back after closing indefinitely for free.
Yeah, I'm sure that's squatting with confidence.
Imagine explaining that to your lender. Yes, we own the home, but the previous owner refuses to leave because the vibes aren't right.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly.
No.
Have you personally ever dealt with that situation?
This is why you should never skip the final walkthrough, folks. Never assume vacant means empty. And if someone's still there, stop, pause, call your agent, and don't go past go.
Yeah. So let's go on to surprise amenities,
Yeah. It's the next category. Things buyers absolutely did not sign up for.
You mean like Reddit buyers who reported live snakes in terrariums during showings? Or raccoons living in the attic?
Or chickens in the bathroom?
Chickens in the bathroom. Nothing like a chicken in my tub,
I would love it. One seller described raccoons as wildlife adjacent.
Yeah. No. There's roommates.
And the backyard graveyards, multiple stories, headstones, and all.
Imagine asking, so what's included in the sale? And the answer is grade schools, low HOA, and Aunt Mildred.
So this is the thing that's going on right now, the whole like graveyard thing. There's some sort of like rumor you don't have to pay taxes or some nonsense if you turn your yard into a graveyard.
What?
I don't know. We should Google this while we're live.
I have not heard this.
And see if this is really true.
Wow. But so here's a comment from a Reddit story too. It says, I showed a home once probably 6 years ago to a couple. They're a bit eccentric in their own way, but I really enjoyed working with them. They walked into a vacant home and it had nothing out of the ordinary at first. The first words out of the wife's mouth though, are, can you feel it? And the agent was like, feel what? And the husband responds saying, yes, I can feel it.
What were they feeling?
She says to me, this is from the agent's perspective, there is negative energy in the home. Something has happened here. And the agent was like, yeah, okay. We walked into the backyard and there's a pentagram painted on the home and burned into the yard. The wife was like, I knew it. And the agent was just standing there dumbfounded, like, what in the world? So that's I don't
So I
know.
kind of feel like when I walk into a house, it has a vibe. Like there's
So
a feeling.
I
Like
definitely get vibes, but
right.
like, what would I would have been
I
standing
would
there
have ran.
dumbfounded as well. Yeah, I caramba.
I mean, I've gone into a garage, like showing a home, and the
Yeah,
seal on the bottom of the garage door wasn't like it wasn't touching the
like
actual.
flush to the
Yeah, it wasn't
ground
flush to the ground, and there was a snake inside the garage. There was no terrarium, just a snake
because it came in.
because it came in.
Oh yeah,
Talk
no,
about
I would
run.
run. I would
I
run.
did
I
run.
don't do snakes.
I left my client in the
Snakes,
dirt.
yeah, snakes and I are not friends.
That's why I left him. But he knew. I had already explained this to him as we started because he was from Washington D.C. and I'm like, look, I don't do snakes. And I told him if we saw one, I would run. And so he already knew. He was prepared for that.
Yeah. Oh, this is another good one that kind of has to go with the spiritual kind of side
I
of
love
things.
that.
So another story that's similar. There was an agent getting their license, and the instructor who taught the class used to be a realtor property manager and had listed a very nice old home from the early 1900s.
Ooh, nice.
It wouldn't sell, and everyone who viewed the home got weirded out and would leave. Finally, after a long time on the market, she did some research on the home, and apparently the original owners, who had since passed away, had a daughter who caught some plague at the beginning of the century and died in the home. So back in the day when this realtor used to teach at the community college, there was a medium course, and they said that they hired this guy and he brought the class to the house, and they walked up the staircase and says, she's here, and he faints. This is the medium guy.
He faints?
It said, yep, he walked up the staircase and says, she's here, and he fainted. Anyways, they break open the wall, and there's a painting of the girl who died that had been enclosed in the wall. Per the medium, the parents were so distraught they put her painting in the wall so she would always be a part of the home.
She wasn't leaving.
Once they removed the painting, she was no longer trapped, they felt, so the house sold almost immediately.
Wow.
That's a wild story, man.
So something kind of like that at our old brokerage that you and I used to work at together.
Yeah.
We had a gentleman who was a nurse, and his wife was sick, and she passed away in the house.
Yeah.
And we had listed the home, and everybody that came in there said they could feel like they did not even know about, because we can't disclose, right?
Right.
So nobody knew, but they could feel her in there. They told us that.
Yeah, I mean, heebie-jeebie stuff, man. I don't know. Oy.
So, guys, if something feels weird at a showing, it's because it is.
Yeah, inspections matter.
Disclosures matter.
And Google Earth can save lives.
For real.
Oh, man. So let's move on to a different one about sellers who will just not let go.
This segment could honestly be titled Why Therapists Should Get a Referral Fee from Realtors.
So Reddit sellers who, we've seen it be mentioned about, they sat in their car during showings or followed buyers room to room narrating memories.
Seen it.
Heard it. Oh boy, argue with inspectors in real time.
Yep, had that happen too.
Yeah.
One seller said, "This is where my second marriage ended." Why are we sharing this?
Why are we sharing this information, sir? Another seller demanded buyers promise to not repaint, change the landscaping, and not to move the couch.
What was under the couch?
Maybe they had a picture in the wall.
Well, that's not a sale. That's a custody agreement.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh, man. Another seller wanted yearly photo updates after closing.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta let it go, bro. Just let it go.
Absolutely not. I will block you immediately.
Oh my gosh. Homes, we get it. Homes, you have an emotional attachment to them. A lot of times you're in there for years and you raise your family and you have all these memories. I get it. But once you list that home, it's a business. Like, the more
It's a business
emotionally,
transaction,
the
yeah.
more emotionally attached the seller is, the harder the transaction becomes, I think.
Look, I had a lady who reached out to me about selling her home. It had been in her family for generations. And when I was talking to her originally, she was like, "Can I ask you a weird question? Can we take the stained glass window?" And I was like, 100%. I guess I don't remember that. Can't recall the story behind it, but it meant something to her and she wanted to do it. But I think that was probably the hardest transaction I've done in a really long time emotionally. They ended up getting family photos there before they left and moved away. But that, like I said, that house had been in their family since the 60s.
Yeah, it's sad.
And they just sold like 2 years ago.
It's definitely sad. Well, with that, I don't know. I mean, sorry, I'm just thinking. Like, I get the emotional attachment, but if you are putting your house on the market, you need to, as you're about to make your house live on the market, just come to the acceptance that this is it. Like, well, I mean, it's not mine anymore. We've talked about this in previous episodes.
Yes. I think that, talking through that with your family, your agent, there's a reason your home is going on the market, right? Like you're moving on to something else.
Yep.
Whether that be bigger or smaller or out of town or whatever that may be. And, us as real estate agents understand the emotions of that, and we're going to like hold your hand through that.
Right.
But
we're not heartless over here.
We're not heartless, but yeah, it's not an easy thing to do.
And we will do what we can to help you, but I mean, don't follow the people around. That's going to deter them from buying.
So I actually bought the house I grew up in.
Did you?
Yeah. When Nick and I got married, we
cool.
bought the house I grew up in. It was on 5 acres. It wasn't a huge house. The yard was amazing. But when my parents bought it from the original owner, there was a bird sanctuary on the property, and we were never to cut that down.
Oh,
yeah.
Dear.
It
bird sanctuary. Oh, darn. Hopefully.
It burned.
Hopefully it was empty.
I don't know. I've never seen a bird fly out of it, but, whatever.
Oh, gosh. We're going to leave you with that for a quick break, guys. All right, welcome back. Let's get into some of my favorite stuff, some DIYs gone completely off the rails. Reddit DIY stories, DIY, do it yourself. They should definitely come with a warning label.
You mean bathtubs don't belong in living rooms?
Oh, gosh. How about some carpet? With your bathroom.
In the bathroom? I was going to say, in your bathroom?
Toilets in basements with no walls, no door. Just, some direct eye contact on the throne.
So every time I'm actually I don't know if you do this, Jen, but every time I'm doing a showing, so when I see really weird stuff, I take pictures of it. Remember the toilet seats I just showed you the other day?
Yes, yeah. I do not.
I have a whole portfolio on my phone.
Anybody like a jade toilet seat?
You can't make this stuff up. There was one time I was showing the house, and the closet was it sat at an angle. So there's nothing you couldn't hang anything in there. All you could do is if you have some, an upset tummy, you could go in there and lay at an angle and you'd feel better. I think I have a picture of my assistant laying on it.
I'm trying to
in my phone somewhere.
What's the weirdest thing I've seen? There's been quite a lot. I don't know. To me, and this isn't probably from, this is from older homes, but the carpet in bathrooms, like why? That was a design thing back in the day. And a lot of homeowners, why wouldn't you change that out? You've never seen it?
I have seen it.
Yeah.
That's not flooring. That's a biohazard.
Yeah, no kidding. Can you imagine? Oh, what's under that?
And sellers are proud of that. They're like, this is custom.
Yeah. Nope, this is a cry for help.
I would agree.
Huge cry for help.
Not all upgrades, guys, add value.
No. Nope.
Some upgrades can make buyers actually run and appraisers cry.
Yeah. What do you think one of the top, I'm trying to think, like wallpaper is back now.
So are those mustard colors from the 70s. The fruit.
The green, the olive greens
The
back.
olive greens back. Also, like the fruit decor dishes, like those are back too.
Yep, my parents had that growing up.
Yeah, I'm not putting that in my house. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not hopping on that bandwagon. Maybe the green, like, accents here and there, but that's about it. No mustard color or anything.
No, I can't get on. I can't get with it.
Let's talk about some, buyer delusional Hall of Fame moments.
Ooh, love that. Okay, buyers, we love you, but Reddit humbled some of you all.
Yeah, buyers asking for 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, pool, A+ schools, fully updated, under $300,000
in Florida. Just be serious.
Yeah, in 2026, no,
that's not happening.
What about buyers offering $50,000 under asking because rates are high?
Rates don't cancel math, everyone.
No. One buyer, and I feel this was common. It's definitely changing now. Buyers saying, "We'll just wait until prices drop."
Well, you guys know that when prices drop,
the
rates go up, and when rates go up, prices go down. Correct. Man, I had to think about that for a second, but
yeah.
The market doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to strategy.
As we've mentioned in previous episodes, for sure. A moment that comes to mind for me would be the recent one, doing a showing. Whoa.
Stop it right now. Which one? We had 2.
The scary one. For me.
I had some you and I have had some scary ones together, but I had one too.
We've had lots of scratch our head moments.
Yeah.
We were doing a showing for a buyer, and it was our, actually there were 2 in one day for this one. This first one was a showing we were doing. We had scheduled it a day prior. We got there. There was a car in the driveway. We were like, okay. I knock on the door. No one answered. Knock again. Nothing. So I go open the lockbox, take the key out, open the door, call in, give a little hoot and holler. Hi, I'm here. Nothing. Give another hoot and holler. And out of this bedroom comes this lady who was not happy to have me in her home.
I never heard someone yell so loud.
Yeah, it was not great. Turns out, because we reached out to the listing agent, turns out it was the mother of the daughter who's trying to sell this home. They live together, and the mother did not want the home selling, so she's been refusing to leave during showings. So
I think her words were, "Get the F out, or I'm going to call the police on you."
And shoot you.
Yeah, and shoot you.
Yeah, she was going to shoot me. So, fun times. Agents always, be cautious.
So there was so back when I was a single agent before we had a team, my oldest son, did an open house with me, and thank goodness he did. So after the open house, the seller was like, "Hey, I want to see this property. It's great, So I was like, "Okay, I'll carve out some time." We went and saw a couple houses afterwards. Lo and behold, we go in this house. In the primary bedroom, in the closet, the attic access was up there. And somebody had a ladder, and we could hear them crawling around the ceiling.
What?
Yes. And it wasn't like somebody that was there to...
Was it like a squatting situation?
It was. The house was vacant. They had like a whole little bologna sandwich and chair set up on the back patio.
Gosh,
like their sandwich was still sitting there. So my son
thank goodness. Oh my
took
gosh.
the ladder.
So they couldn't get down?
Yep. Safety first, boys and girls.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's wild, some of the things that happen.
Well, it's scary, but it's also embarrassing to the buyer. Like, especially if you haven't known this buyer for a little while, like, they think that we have our ducks in a row.
Right. Makes you look a little cray-cray.
Like when we were walking through that house that, we scheduled a showing for that same day.
Oh, that other one?
Yeah, and the guy just pops up behind me.
When we knocked and everything again, no one answered. We're halfway through touring this house.
Yeah, and there was no car in the driveway. He had it in the garage.
Right, which was towards the front of the house versus where you walked in. So we were like halfway touring this house, and all of a sudden,
I turn around and this guy just pops out of nowhere, and he's like, "Sorry, I just came out of the office." Were you
leave your home, bro?
Well, the door was open to the office. I recall, like halfway open.
Yeah.
So what were you doing? Hiding behind the door, waiting to scare me or something?
Yeah, creepy. Nope. No.
So Dante,
what about a seller we have who has multiple parcels, and we're looking to sell one of the homes on one of the parcels, but it's habitated by a
family member,
stepson or whoever.
We'll just call it a family member.
And another family member is not on board for selling. And when we had pictures being taken of this property,
she chased the photographer
and was going to call the cops on him.
Yep.
And we had to have a talk and say, listen, this was shortly after I got chased out of the house and had threatened to be shot and had the cops called on me. Oh my gosh. We're not doing this. So I think it's also safe to say, like, you can be very selective of who you work with as
no, you can
sellers.
Pick and choose, because you have to be transparent.
You need to have those conversations,
up
as
front.
We've always said, like the hard conversations, because we're not about to represent someone who makes an agent feel uncomfortable like I was.
Or unsafe.
Yeah. So
let's not talk about uncomfortable. That feels unsafe.
Yeah. It's just not good. Not good.
No, not at all.
And thank gosh it was just our photographer that this was happening to.
Ladies and gentlemen, all parties must agree.
Yes, everyone needs to agree on the sale of the property if everyone is legally involved with it.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get into another fun category. What was found after closing? The final category, post-closing surprises.
Hidden rooms.
Ooh.
Secret tunnels, which I kind of think that would be actually kind of cool.
Oh, for sure. Depending on the creepiness level of them.
Well, yeah. How about freezers full of mystery meat?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to just throw all that out, but it's fine.
I actually had that happen.
Freezers of mystery meat?
100%. So there was back at our old office, there was a family that picked up and moved and like left everything behind. Like I'm talking like
everything.
Kayaks. The fish were still in the fish tank swimming around.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
And their freezer was full of mystery meat.
I'm not eating mystery meat. I don't know about you.
I'm not touching that.
Oh my Lanta. Why did they do that?
They had to go. So they packed up, left, and we had to send somebody in.
Yeah.
To like throw everything away, like a dumpster, to like toss everything in. Because that's above my pay grade.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see. What about disclosures that say home may be haunted, but no formal complaints?
Yeah, I think I'll pass, but just so you guys know, here in Florida, we're not allowed to like disclose things like that. It's against our code of ethics, but if you get a feeling, you get a feeling. So
trust your gut. Oh, and what does a formal complaint look like? You know, a ghost email?
It sounds strange.
Regarding that? No formal complaints? Like, how... Oh, man. Have you ever seen anything else, like, weird found after closings?
So, not I, but Dante, one of the guys on our team, he found like an old baby shoe in one of the houses that he bought. Like I'm talking like from the 1800s.
Oh.
How cool is that?
That's really cool. Kind of creepy to me, but still really cool.
No, and there's a couple other things that he found. I didn't find anything creepy, but brother, when I bought this house that I'm living in now, the guy who sold it to me left a picture on the wall in the bathroom.
And what was behind the picture?
A hole in the wall.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I was just so, overwhelmed, excited, a bajillion things that when I did my final walkthrough, I actually didn't take it off. But here...
Note to self.
No, note to self. Make sure you remove pictures. And
pictures should not be left during a final walkthrough.
And newspaper doesn't constitute as a drywall patch, just so we're clear.
Get out of here.
I promise you, I'm not joking around.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
I can't. I had this really cool antique boat that was left in a closet.
Oh, that's cool.
We reached out to like see if they wanted it or not, but no.
They didn't want it?
No. It was really cool. I saw one of those in a closet. I'm trying to think. I think that's kind of it. I haven't really had any experiences of like after final walkthrough experiences yet. Not really looking forward to those. I mean, unless it is cool stuff. And in Florida, you never know what you're gonna find, my friends.
Yeah,
never know.
No. So, guys, if it sounds strange, investigate it. Ask questions, and don't ignore your gut.
Yeah, please trust your gut. Please.
Yeah. So, yes, these stories are hilarious, but they all come back to one thing. Guidance matters.
Yeah, the right agent protects you from ending up on Reddit with these stories.
100%. Buying and selling a home should be exciting, not a cautionary tale.
Yeah. Unless you're listening to this podcast, then we'll laugh about it together. You know, it's fine.
But guys, if you enjoyed this, screenshot it, share it, tag us. And if you have a wild real estate story,
we want the tea.
Yes, we do. Until next time, guys, stay smart, stay informed, and don't buy the haunted house.
Nope. Thanks for listening to the Homeowner Hotline.